Wudang Mountain, the birthplace of Tai Chi and one of the most sacred places in China. On the way up, I crossed paths with another traveler. I will call her the hidden woman of Wudang. We spent the day exploring the mountain and the temples together.
China.
But because this place is so peaceful and so timeless, we actually lost track of time, and suddenly the sun disappeared. We found ourselves stuck on top of the mountain at 1,600 meters without any way down.
She's calling down there and they say, no, sorry, we don't care. The last bus is at 7, so we cannot help you.
And what was a peaceful and spiritual exploration, it turned very quickly into a full-blown adventure, trying to go down and come back home in the dark.
We made it down the mountain, but now the real challenge begins.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy this journey. Good morning, guys. Today is the day to go up to Wudang Mountain, Wudang Shan. Video picture? Man, Chinese people are funny. By the way, pro tip guys, if you're planning to visit those kind of temples or tourist places in China, make sure to come during the weekdays, or at least try to come during the weekdays, and avoid at all costs weekends and holidays, because that's where like thousands and thousands of people, tens of thousands of people just come to these sacred places, mountains, temples, tourist attractions, while the weekdays is pretty quiet because most people go to work. So I paid 271 yuan to get the entrance to the Wudang Mountain, which includes the free shuttle bus everywhere on the mountain, but it doesn't include the cable car. For that one, I think I have to pay extra 150 yuan. So these mountains are quite expensive to visit, you know. So yeah, on average you spend like 400, 500 yuan. Also in the Washan Mountain was about the same amount to visit these sacred mountains. It's always worth it because they're very special places. I later learned that the ticket to Wudang Mountain is actually valid for 3 consecutive days. And right here, on the bus that brings me on top of the mountain, I met a lady that surprisingly speaks fluent English, which is kind of rare in China. In this video, I will call her the hidden woman of Wudang because she was completely covered up. I cannot see her face, I cannot see her eyes, nothing. It is her second day here on Wudang Mountain. She's here on holiday. She loves nature, she loves sacred mountains and quiet spiritual places, and she invited me to explore the mountain together for the day.
The Purple Heaven Palace.
The first stop is the Purple Temple. Let me show you this incredible place, and then I will tell you some interesting facts about her, the hidden woman of Wudang.
Man, what a blessing that I met friends. We just met on the bus, and she's from, I think she came here to Mount Wudang alone just to spend some time. I haven't seen her face yet, just her eyes, but we're just connecting very well, just exploring these beautiful places together. And she gave me this, which is very nice of her. The hidden woman of Wudang told me one thing that really shocked me. We were chatting a lot, and I was telling her that I traveled the world, that I visited many countries, and I saw her, she was very fascinated, and she started to ask me like a lot of questions. And so I asked her, have you ever been abroad? Have you ever been to another country outside China? And she answered, no, never. I cannot go abroad. And I was quite surprised from her answer, so I asked her like, why you cannot go abroad? And she answered, because I work for the government here in China. I work for the army, the Chinese army. And if you work in the army, you don't have a passport and you cannot go abroad. And I was like, what? Really? Like, are you serious? And I asked her, for how long you cannot go abroad and you will never get a passport in your life? And she said, while I work for the army, so the entire career, I cannot have a passport and I cannot go abroad. When I retire, maybe I can ask for a passport and maybe I can go abroad, but it's not guaranteed. To be honest, I was pretty shocked to hear this, and I was also feeling kind of sad for her because I can really see that she wanted to explore the world, she wanted to travel. She's a very curious woman, and yeah, I was feeling bad for this. I think it's a temple. Oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. I think we can go there, no? It's not so far.
Yeah.
And then I did a little bit of research, and I found out that, yeah, military jobs, government officials, and also some other jobs in China, they have to surrender the passport to the government for the entire career, and they cannot travel abroad. The Chinese government do like this in order to prevent escape, betrayal, espionage, foreign influence, and also loss of confidential data. So they kind of want to preserve and control their own army and their own government people. And while researching, I found out that the Chinese government is not the only one to do like this, but also the Russian government do like this, Vietnam, North Korea, and also Iran.
啊？多少钱呀？20。2块。
So this one we're gonna put it near the 750 years old tree and just make a wish. This sweet lady gave it to us. It's 2 yuan each, so it's extremely cheap. 2 yuan. Yeah, cheap, no?
Yeah. I thought 20. And
Yeah, me
she told
too.
me 2 yuan. Oh, okay.
So this is to keep you safe, to bring you luck, and to make your wish come true. So we're gonna give it to this tree, which is a Ginkgo bilboa, and it's 750 years old. Unbelievable. Okay, bye-bye. We then moved to the second main attraction on the Wudang Mountain, which is called the South Cliff Palace. It's also known as the Nanyang Palace. Here there is also the famous dragon head incense burner, which is considered to be the world's most dangerous incense. The South Cliff Palace is absolutely stunning. It's really beautiful, especially with this beautiful day. We are very lucky to have a blue sky and a sun shining. And it's also known as the Hanging Temple because, as you can see, it has been built inside the mountain. So the entire scene and the surrounding, the view, everything is just incredible, honestly. It was built in 1314 by the Yuan dynasty, and then it was expanded during the Ming era. This is really old, man. Super ancient. But let's talk about the highlight of this place, which is the dragon head
incense burner. So it's basically a stone carved out of the cliff of about 2.9 meters long and only 30 centimeters wide. So it's extremely narrow. And at the end there is the dragon head. That's why it's called dragon head incense. And in the past, the pilgrims would crawl on their knees on the stone to reach the dragon's head. They will light an incense, which is honestly super scary and extremely dangerous. That's why they call it the world's most dangerous incense. In the past, many people slipped and fell and died, and so the emperor in 1673 he banned it and he built another incense burner in a safer place inside the temple. But it was time now to move on to the final destination on Wudang Mountain, the most famous, the most sacred, and the highest point of the mountain, 1,612 meters. They call it the Golden Hall or the Golden Palace.
So we're gonna take a cable car now all the way up to the most important temple, which is the Golden Temple. It's gonna close at 5 and we are taking the last ride. You see, they already closed there. We are taking literally the last cable car up to the temple. We don't want to miss this. This is the highlight of Wudang Mountain.
Let me clarify something before we continue, because we knew already that we couldn't catch the cable car to go down. This was the last cable car at 5 p.m. But the plan was to actually go up, visit the Golden Temple, then hike down for about 40-45 minutes to the South Palace, which is at 1,450 meters, and then from there take the shuttle bus all the way down to the base of the mountain, where there is also the visitor center. Keep in mind that with the bus to go down, it will take approximately 1 hour. It's about 30 kilometers of curves and winding road. And if you want to walk, it will take around 4 to 5 hours. So it's quite far.
This place is incredible. And now there are literally no people because everybody left. So it's extremely peaceful.
The Golden Palace was already closed because we arrived late, but we were still able to sneak in and explore parts of it.
China.
Some of the buildings of the Golden Palace, they are incredibly old and they are so fascinating to just walk around and explore. At this time, only the Taoist monks were left on the temple. All the tourists, they were gone, except the few that they were staying in the guest house, because yes, there is actually an accommodation on top of the Golden Palace.
There is a monk reunion here. So all these monks, they live there in that big red building. She just asked them. I just discovered that this one is a hotel and you can actually sleep here in the temple. That's incredible. So they only have dormitory with the shared rooms, not private rooms. But it would be like an amazing experience to come on top of this mountain, on the highest temple, and sleep here like 1 or 2 nights, together with the Taoist monks. What an experience. And this is the only hotel that belongs to the Taoist monks. So it's part of their temple complex. The sun slowly started to go down and we were having an incredible experience there. We were chatting with the monks, we were absorbing the silence and just the great energy of the place. And then slowly we started to realize that we were in trouble.
1个小时我能到琼台吗？你就喊来那个，那后车，这样对了，可以7个。
So we're literally screwed because the cable car of course is already closed and we already knew it, but we are extremely late now because it's gonna take like 2 hours to go back to the base, and from there we should catch a bus to then go at the base of the mountain, which is like 40 minutes, 45 minutes by bus, and the last bus is in about 20 minutes, and we still have like 2 hours of like steps like this to go. So we completely messed up the entire schedule and the entire plan. She's calling down there and they say, no, sorry, we don't care, the last bus is at 7, so we cannot help you.
所以等我们一会儿，因为我们现在正在往琼台去的路上。
6点钟最后一班车。没有6点钟最后一个车。
不是，刚刚问了，是7点多有一趟的。我昨天上山的时候，他7点12还有最后一班车。
Somehow I'm not really worried. I kind of enjoy this incredible view and the atmosphere of Wudang Mountain, but when we'll arrive there in about probably 2 hours, it's gonna be a big problem. So let's see if we will able to find, because also the road is not open to the public, so you cannot call a taxi, you cannot call like a private car. There are only those buses from the Wudang Mountain, and the last one is gonna be in 20 minutes at 7 p.m. So now it's 6:40 p.m. and we are totally screwed. No. Safety first. Be careful with the steps.
We also had to go down quite slowly because the hidden woman of Wudang, she's scared of heights, and she was also quite scared of the steep stairs to go down, so we had to go sabai.
We need to go there. We didn't think it through and we didn't really plan how long it will take to do everything. Plus we got lost in the beauty of the palaces around. Let's see what's gonna happen. Guys, 1 hour and a half later, we made it down the mountain, but now the real challenge begins because we don't have any transportation to go down to the town, to Wudang town. Now she's asking some locals. What a crazy experience.
他医生不是说帮我问了吗？
帮你联系的。
啊，行，要是有车帮我们送下去的，刚好顺路啥的。
等于是你们现在就是已经下面定了。
我们不是。
In reality, we didn't come down Wudang Mountain, we just hiked down one of the peaks. But the base and the tourist center is still very far, more than 30 kilometers away. But luckily, while walking down, we found this house and we met these people that live here and we asked for help. They were kind enough to invite us in and make us feel comfortable.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sure. They offered me some cigarette and some Chero beer. Man, didn't expect to end up here. Oh. Tea. They made some tea for me.
Tea, beer, and cigarettes. Perfect.
The housewife was kind enough to cook some food for us, some dinner.
The lady, she cook us food. I think it's like a omelette with cabbage. Man, they are so kind, these people.
It was super delicious and we were super hungry. The problem is that they want me to drink with them.
So we got beer, green tea from here, like a very local, and this omelette.
A little bit was okay, but the situation escalated very quickly. 1 beer, 2 beers, 3 beers.
I cannot keep up with him. After this?
Yeah, finish.
Okay, wait.
And then he pulled out a super strong Chinese liquor. I tried it a little bit, but I could not handle it.
Try a little bit, right?
Oh,
It's right. Yeah.
Very strong.
you like
Very
cookie
strong.
Strong.
装
No.
装起来，他这问题都自己那个装都是说干嘛？
就是觉得那个
52%. It's very strong.
Yeah.
干口。
Yes.
I love how life plays around with me sometimes because I came here to connect with the mountain, maybe even meet some Taoist monks and kind of purify myself, purify my soul. But instead, I ended up smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol with locals.
Okay, cheers.
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 This family was super hospitable, but the problem is that they don't have any transportation to bring us down the mountain. And we were really worried that we had to spend the night there with them because we are stuck in the mountain still. But luckily, while we were drinking and eating, they were able to make few phone calls and they found a person from the Wudang Mountain that had a car. He came there to the house with the car. We were able to offer him some money. In particular, I think it was like $30, $35, and he drove us down the mountain. It took almost like 1 hour to arrive at the base, at the visitor center. Man, what an adventure in Wudang Mountain. This is the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. A special thank you to the hidden woman of Wudang for sharing this journey with me, a journey that I will remember for the rest of my life, for sure. Stay tuned because tomorrow we're gonna jump on a motorbike and continue the exploration of China. Bye bye.